Alright, welcome back to another video. Hello YouTube, how y'all been, man? Got another weekly recap. I ain't get to the one last week. I was gonna show it in this week. I was trading these top step accounts, trying to get them to the funding stage, and I didn't realize that when you do that, it resets your account. They give you another account to touch on. You can start making profits from those accounts now. But so I can't really show you last week. But I think I was up 25, I believe 25.36. It was somewhere in there, but you can go on my IG at ZuriFx Trades. You can see it all over there. I posted it there. But as far as this week, I only traded 2 weeks. I passed. I got these accounts funded on Wednesday, so then everything reset. So I only really got the trade Thursday and Friday. But if it would have counted those days, I probably would have been up 31 or 32 for the week. But I took 4 trades on Thursday, 3 trades on Friday. One of those trades on Thursday was a loss, but I'll show you that in a minute. We gotta go to the charts and show you the setup. So overall, I only took 1 loss out of, I believe, 8 trades, 7. So I'm 6 and 1. Yeah, 6 and 1. That first one was crazy, but then I made it right back. Then some, a little 40 piece over. But yeah, that was my week so far. It was decent. Up 10.04. This week, there was only one day where I traded one other strategy than the one I've been normally trading for these accounts. And that's the 8 p.m. Open range breakout and the 8:20 a.m. Open range breakout on the 1 minute time frame. And basically all you're doing is, say for right here, you want to wait until the 8:20 candle ends. So basically for a full 60 seconds, when the 60 seconds is up, that candle is going to print and it's going to leave behind this purple candle. So what you want to do from there is you want to mark the high of that candle and the low of that candle. If it has a wick, then go to wick to wick. But if it don't have a wick, then it's cool going for the buy. But as soon as it passes either side, you get in for a 1-to-1 and then you let the rest play out. As you can see, it played out. That was my trade on the 9th. I gotta change that so it showed the day of the week. But that should have been Friday. That was AM. Can't trade 8 p.m. On Fridays. So that's a Monday through Thursday type thing. But the 8:20 a.m. trade, you can do that one. You can trade that one Monday through Friday. Had another one right here. Same thing. This is for 8 p.m. So this small candle right here was at 8 p.m. Same thing. Wait for it to pass the high of the wick or the low of the wick. Get in for a 1-to-1. And as you can see, I got in this area right here. That's what this arrow indicates. I got in at a 1 lot. Got out up here at a 1. Well, it was a little over a 1-to-1 because my targets was higher, but I wanted to, stay true to the strategy, and it started to reverse anyway. So I was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and take it. That's why you see the red arrow down on this purple candle. Once it started to really reverse after this, I didn't really see it as a pullback because we had this supply right here that it was reacting off of. really, you can mark this whole area. That was the last big body candle before it started giving dojis or whatever. So it was reacting off of that. So once I saw that, I didn't really have to mark it up. I just saw it. Once you trading for so long, you'll be able to see it without having to do all that extra. But that was my reason for getting that right there. It was a little over. It was like a 1 to, I think, 1.26. And then this trade right here, I believe this is the one other time where I was trading my market structure shift or change of character strategy during the beginning of Tokyo. It was right before the beginning of Tokyo Open, which is 8 p.m. So this was it was a little after 7. So we had a market structure shift, price closed below the low that pushed to a new high. So I was waiting for a retracement. I actually got that on this candle. Let me zoom this in. I actually got that on this candle right here. And then when price, rejected this area and wanted to close below, that's when I got in on this. When in reality, I probably should have waited until it pulled back a little bit more. Because when there's a fair value gap, it's going to create liquidity before it fully comes back and tap into that range before it makes its move. That's the higher probability setup. It's not going to happen every time. But when you see it, you should have more confidence in taking that trade. So that was what? It's third. We got another one. It was another 820 boy. So 820 candle was right here. Marked out the high and the low. No matter what price does, you don't get in until it passes the high or the low of that 8:20 a.m. candle. When that happens, you get in for a 1-to-1, and then the rest is history. Just let that shit play out every time. I mean, you're not gonna win every time. Trading is a probability game, but the win rate is pretty high. I got it at 87.56% win rate. Same thing on this day. I had to take this one quick. No, what was this? Nah, this was 11. Okay, so I traded. It was 2 different days why I didn't trade that strategy or just that strategy. So we had a market structure shift right here. This was the last high, or the last high before it broke a low. Price came up, closed above, had a retracement to the 50% of the premium area. Got in once price showed that it wanted to continue in that area, and I took a quick one. I think that was a little less than for 1-to-1. This price was just, I don't know. I was trying to catch a quick scalp that night. Then we had these 2 back to back. I think these are the last. Yeah, so we had one at 8 p.m. I actually lost this one. This was my first losing. This was that $600 loss. So we had the 8 p.m. candle right here. So, I'm getting in for a sale. Past the bottom of that entire range. I'm targeting 1-to-1, right? There we go, right there. Ended up reversing on me. I'm like, that's cool. We're gonna get it back. Had a market structure shift up here. Had this low that led to a new high. Then price closed below it. But I got in aggressive. As soon as it closed below, I got in on this candle, which is why you see the red arrow going down. That means when it's red, it's a sell. And then when you see the blue arrow right after the red, that means your trade came out. So I got in for a sell up here, made it back. I think it was 640. So this one down here was 600. It was a 600 loss. This one was a 640. And those other ones I had them targeted at 260 because of these accounts in the beginning up to 5K. You can only withdraw 50%. But after you get 5K total in payouts, then you can do 90-10 in favor of you. So 90% of the profits would be yours. But you just got to get past that 5K threshold. So I'm up 10:04. See how we do on the 12th. I'll be back with another update on the 16th or 17th. But yeah, that's where we at so far. We about to run it up. New week, new day, new opportunities, new products. Let's get it.